made a hole in his life that made his entire life to leak. Instead of becoming a partaker of the Father's blessing, he was now being thrown out. Beloved, let me ask, what has bring leakages to your life that no matter the level of your prayer, you can't see yourself standing tall in whatever you do? What has bring leakages to your family that when others' family are talking, whenever you look at your family, you can't talk because something is leaking somewhere? What has made a hole in your life that if you want to walk like the rest of the people, when you discover that this thing is there in you, you refrain yourself? The scripture said they sent him out. But I thank God for one thing. The moment they sent him out, Jephthah had a nice attitude that brought success to his life. Permit me to say this. In every leakage in life, it is your attitude that determines the next level. Am I speaking to somebody here? In every hole you have, your attitude towards what you see determines the success. And what is attitude? The attitude is the inward feeling of a man that is characterized by an action. For example, I see this to be a stream that I need to cross. And I said to myself, I ought and I suppose to be at the other end. But there is a stream for me to cross. And the grace to cross is also there. But I first begin to say to myself, I will not be able to cross. Inside me, I first conclude, this place is not for a man like me to cross. This thing is not for someone like me to cross. In the other way, I have created an attitude that my character will produce. The next thing, if a command comes, before you get there, you need to cross. And the next thing I will say to myself, for me, even if everybody will cross, I will not do what? I will not cross. We still have many Christians today that their attitude towards things, towards leakages in life, is placing them where they ought not to be. We still have many that their attitude is making them to still be behind when others have gone far. Let me give us 3 or 2 things. If time will permit, we need to know about our attitude. Your attitude determines your success or your failure. If I desire to fail, it's my attitude. If I desire to succeed, it's my attitude. The scripture says when they sent Jephthah out, number 1, he didn't fight anybody in the family. He knew the source of his problem, but he never encountered any member of his family. Attitude. He knew that his success in life is not being tied down to their hands. He knew that the next level of his life is not in the hands of the member of his family. So when he was thrown out, the scripture says he flee. Let me say this to us. Failure is a seed to success. Is someone hearing me? Failure is a seed to success. Failure doesn't mean that you can't make it again. But failure is dropping a seed into your life that is telling you that after this level, you can still get to another level. They drop a seed of separation in the life of Jephthah, but he refused to fight the brethren. Let me say this. Don't fight the people that are fighting against your life. But see it as a seed to succeed. See it as a seed to the next level. See it as a seed to become higher than them. Number 2 thing you need to know about attitude. Attitude is the difference, is the only difference between success and failure. You said to me, I am a failure, but I have to prove whether I am a failure or not. Jephthah was now being thrown out of the home. Though he was a mighty man, but he never accepted the defeat, that was the end of his life. He never concluded that his story has come to an end. Let me shock us here. Let your problem know that even though you are there, you can still make it. David knew this in Psalm 23 verse 4. He says, though I walk in the valley, not beside the valley, in the valley, inside the valley, what I know, I fear no what? Evil attitude. Even if the entire world has concluded you can't make it, do you know you can still make it? Even though the leakage in your family has brought you to nothing, I have come to say to somebody, you can become somebody again. They throw him out. Little did they know that the Lord will allow the enemy to strike. Let me say this. We had Sunday school this morning, and the teacher came up with something very great. See, some of the problem we have is a seed to our blessings. I must speak to somebody this morning. It's not every problem is a problem to kill, a problem to destroy, a problem to bring down, a problem to chatter. Remember, by the position of Jephthah, he wasn't the first son. But when problem came, they were looking for who would be the head. When problem knocked, they were looking for the one that would go first. Let me say this. At times, the Lord may permit problem to come, so because committed the sin. But the mother committed it.